8:45. This is the Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation. Here is the news, edited by Lal Mallavarachi and read by Indrani Senanayaka. The headlines. A proposal to provide interest-free loans for private university education will be submitted to the Cabinet next week. Pastor Jerome Fernando has once again issued an apology over his recent remarks about Lord Buddha and other religious figures. A private member's bill has been submitted to Parliament to amend the Asset Declaration Law. Veteran diplomat Jayantha Dhanapala passed away at the age of 85. In foreign news, hundreds of expelled Germans are set to leave Russia. Sports. Club's T20 cricket tournament commences. Acting Finance Minister Ranjit Singh Balapitiya says a proposal to provide interest-free loans for private university education will be submitted to the Cabinet next week. He added that the proposal on the interest-free loan is to be granted annually to 5,000 students who have failed to gain the opportunity to enter government universities despite passing the advanced level examination. An interest-free loan amounting to 900,000 rupees will be available for studies under this loan scheme. An interest-free loan amounting to 300,000 rupees will also be available for daily expenses. After the completion of studies, a 2-year grace period will be given to the students to repay this loan without interest. Pastor Jerome Fernando has once again issued an apology over his recent remarks about Lord Buddha and other religious figures, which stirred much controversy in the country. He was accused of making derogatory statements about Lord Buddha and other religious figures during one of his sermons, which went viral on social media. On the 15th of May, President Ranil Wickremesinghe ordered the Criminal Investigation Department to launch an immediate investigation into the matter, citing that such statements could create religious conflicts and create disharmony in the country. On the 16th of May, the CID initiated a probe into the matter, while the Colombo Fort Magistrates Court issued a foreign travel ban on Pastor Fernando, who had left for Singapore on the 14th of May. However, the police and Pastor Jerome could be arrested upon his return to the island due to the overseas travel ban. Meanwhile, Pastor Jerome has filed a fundamental rights petition before the Supreme Court seeking an order preventing police from arresting him over his controversial Sunday sermon. The petitioner has cited the CID, IGP, Chandana Wickramaratne and the Attorney General as respondents in the petition. Samagi Jana Balavegaya parliamentarian Eran Wickramaratne has submitted a private member's bill in the House to amend an asset declaration law so that its provisions become applicable to the President. Wickramaratne presented the bill in Parliament to amend the Declaration of Assets and Liabilities Law No. 1 of 1975 to make its provisions applicable to the Executive President. The law, as it exists now, does not require the President to declare his assets, and if the bill is passed and enacted, the President will have to join the members of Parliament and other high-ranking judicial and public sector officials who are required to declare their assets and liabilities annually. The significant feature of this Act shall be that all declarations of assets and liabilities shall have public access, subject to redaction of specific information, an office statement said. All such declarations shall be published by the appropriate authority on their respective official websites. This news comes to you from the Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation. We continue with local news. Commissioner General of Examinations Amit Jayasundara says that OL question papers are being dispatched to examination coordinating centres at present. Special exam centres have been set up for students with special needs. Students who are suffering from dengue fever can sit the exam at the centres nearest to their addresses. The GCE ordinary level examination is scheduled to commence from Monday till the 8th of next month at 3,568 centres. There are 394,450 school applicants and 78,103 private applicants sitting the examination this time. Former United Nations Under-Secretary General for Disarmament Affairs and former Ambassador of Sri Lanka to the US and to the UN office in Geneva, Jayantha Dhanapala, passed away at the age of 85 while receiving treatment at the Kandy National Hospital. The director of the Kandy National Hospital confirmed that the former diplomat had passed away after suffering a heart attack. Mr. Dhanapala has also served as a member of the Constitutional Council of Sri Lanka from 2018 to 2020, the 11th President of the Nobel Peace Prize-winning Pugwash Conferences on Science and World Affairs, and the Deputy Chairman of the governing body of the Stockholm International Peace Research Institute. He has received many international awards and honorary doctorates and has published 5 books and several articles in international journals and lectured widely. His funeral arrangements will be announced later. That ends the local segment of news.
The main news story is brought to you by Siddhalepa Vedamahatmya.
Tour operators in Sri Lanka are looking at new markets like Myanmar, Iran and Southeast Asian and Middle Eastern countries as the country anticipates a boost in tourism this year. Tourism sources say the country is currently seeing large numbers of Russian and Ukrainian tourists in the island, with over 5,000 Russians arriving in May. Russia is on the top 10 source markets for tourism in Sri Lanka, along with countries like India, the UK, Germany, France and China. There is a considerable number coming from Iran as it's a developing segment. Other operators are looking at new markets in Southeast Asia and the Middle East, though some are still concentrating on existing markets.
The main news story was brought to you by Siddhalepa Vedamahatmya.
At Watchlight, the heat index, the temperature felt on the human body, is expected to increase up to the caution level at some places in the northern, north-central, northwestern and the eastern provinces and in the Monaragala and Hambantota districts, the Met Department says in a weather advisory. The heat index forecast is calculated by using relative humidity and maximum temperature, and this is the condition that is felt on the body. That came to you in Watchlight. We now take a look at world news, the headlines. Hundreds of expelled Germans are set to leave Russia. Erdogan and Kemal clash in desperate race for votes in Turkey. Celine Dion cancels all remaining shows over poor health. Hundreds of Germans working in the education and cultural sectors are being expelled from Russia next month. The German Foreign Ministry says it confirmed media reports that Russia has decided to cap the number of German employees from the start of June. They include teachers at the German school in Moscow and staff at the Goethe Institute Cultural Association. The move follows tit-for-tat expulsions of diplomats and increasingly strained relations between Russia and Germany. The last hours of Turkey's presidential race have turned increasingly sour as Recep Tayyip Erdogan bids to extend his 20 years in power by 5 more years. Ahead of Sunday's runoff vote, opposition rival Kemal Kılıçdaroğlu has courted nationalist votes by vowing to expel millions of Syrian refugees. The president accused him of hate speech and said that Kılıçdaroğlu's victory would be a win for terrorists. The opposition candidate trailed on the first round by 2.5 million votes. Celine Dion has cancelled her remaining live shows, telling fans she is not strong enough to tour after being diagnosed with a rare neurological disorder. The singer revealed last year she was suffering from stiff person syndrome, which was affecting her singing. Dion has now cancelled all the shows she had scheduled for 2023 and 24. In a statement posted on Twitter, the 55-year-old told fans, "I'm so sorry to disappoint all of you once again." To end this bulletin of world news, take a look at the headlines again. Hundreds of expelled Germans are set to leave Russia. Erdogan and Kemal clash in desperate race for votes in Turkey. Celine Dion cancels all remaining shows over poor health. That ends this bulletin of world news.
Development news.
The Education Ministry plans to introduce artificial intelligence to the school curriculum in 2024 with an emphasis on robotics, machine learning, data mining, computer vision and related technologies, an official said. The National Institute of Education Director General Sunil Jayant Navaratna says that subjects such should be taught to students from grades 6 to 13 depending on their level. Plans are also underway to encourage students to use tools like ChatGPT and Google Bard to enhance their knowledge with respect to other subjects. That was development news. On to sports news. 22 teams divided into 4 groups are expected to take part in the major clubs T20 tournament, which commenced today and will continue until the 11th of June. The semi-final of this tournament after league round will be held on the 9th of June at the Pisara Oval grounds, while the final will be held on the 11th of June at the SSA grounds. Army SC, Pandadura SC, Chilau Marian CC, Police SC and NCC are in Group A, while Cole CC, Ragama CC, Sebastian CC, Nugegoda SC and Bloomfield are in Group B. Ace Capital CC, SSC, Tamil Union, Kurunagala YCC and Baduralya CC are in Group C. In Group D, Moose SC, BRC, Gaul CC, CCC Kandy, Custom CC and Nigambo CC. That was sports news.
Go ekaktiana youth ekata life eke change ekata niyameta set wenna as wahagena dagapuina habe karanna youth ekata niyameta set wenna friendship ekamenna.
The all-new NSB Ithru account, NSB IAM, a plan for your dream.
Business News, sponsored by National Savings Bank, the safest place for your money.
State Minister of Investment Promotion Dilum Abadagama says Sri Lanka received $604 million of foreign investments during the first quarter of this year. He said Sri Lanka has received foreign investments for 30 new projects, and that came to you in Business News.
Business News, sponsored by National Savings Bank, the safest place for your money.
Go ekaktiana youth ekata life eke change ekata niyameta set wenna as wahagena dagapuina habe karanna youth ekata niyameta set wenna friendship ekamenna.
The all-new NSB Ithru account, NSB IAM, a plan for your dream.
Economic news. President Ranil Wickremesinghe highlighted the importance of Japanese investments to push the revival of Sri Lanka while affirming commitment to stabilizing and liberalizing the economy and actively inviting new foreign ventures. Wickremesinghe shared the government's interest to attract Japanese enterprises and discussed the various measures and reforms being implemented to create a conducive business environment for potential investors. That was economic news.
Weather report.
And finally, we take a look at the weather report. Several spells of showers will occur in the western and Sabaragama provinces and in the Gaul and Mathura districts. A few showers may occur in the central and northwestern provinces. Showers or thundershowers may occur at a few places in the eastern, over and north central provinces during the evening or at night. To end tonight's news broadcast, we take a look at the headlines again. A proposal to provide interest-free loans for private university education will be submitted to the Cabinet next week. Pastor Jerome Fernando has once again issued an apology over his recent remarks about Lord Buddha and other religious figures. A private member's bill has been submitted to Parliament to amend the Asset Declaration Law. Veteran diplomat Jayanta Dhanapala passed away at the age of 85. In foreign news, hundreds of expelled Germans are set to leave Russia. In sports news, club's T20 cricket tournament commences. That ends tonight's news broadcast.